Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, it's Saturday already, and it's amazing that it's Saturday already because it seems to me like it was only just yesterday it was Tuesday. But time flies. Not necessarily when you're having fun, but sometimes it just flies. At least when you're looking back on it, it flies. This is, believe it or not, it's actually middle of Saturday afternoon. And if I didn't have the light on, you'd think it was early Saturday morning or late at night or something, because it's kind of dingy and dark and heavily overcast, and looks like we're going to get some rain and all that good stuff, which I hope goes towards cooling things down and getting rid of the humidity, even though it's going to mean the grass is guaranteed to grow even more with all that extra water on it. Anyway, I have been, well, I almost said busy, but no, not really all that busy. I've done a little bit of writing, but mostly what I've been doing is the direct fault of some of the folks watching. And that specifically would be people who advised me to check out Kerbal Space Program. And, well, I did. I had a look at it. I looked around YouTube. I found a playlist by Kurt J. Mack where he's doing a whole series of Kerbal Space Program videos, and I found it to be very addicting, almost as much as Minecraft. So much so that the last day and a half to 2 days or so, I have been doing almost nothing but watching these Kerbal Space Program videos. I've watched 15 of them in the last day or day and a half or so, and I have also gone ahead and gone to the Kerbal Space Program website, and I got the program, and or at least I got the free version. I can't actually go and buy it right now, but I went and I got the free version, and I've played with it some, and it's very addicting, almost as addicting as Minecraft, and grr. Like I need another addiction. You know, first there's Minecraft, and then there's Orbiter, and now there's Kerbal Space Program. What's next? I don't want to know what's next. There's too many things already that I just want to spend all my time doing. And as a result, I don't get anything done. Oh, well, that's not quite true. I am getting a little bit of stuff done here and there. This is Saturday, so one of the things I want to try to do today is to get a 150-gallon trash can full with 150 gallons of junk, and actually get it down to the street tomorrow so that it can be picked up Monday morning. All sorts of other good hairy stuff like that. And in the meanwhile, I don't know. Not a whole lot of things are going in a really super positive direction right now. Well, when I say that, I'm thinking largely about my weight. Ooh, terrible. Thinking large about weight. Ew. No, thank you. But that's the problem. It's stuck. As of this morning, around 268, which is up from the 255 that I had actually gotten down to a couple of months ago. I think it was a couple of months ago. Anyway, at least it doesn't seem to want to go any higher than that, but the trick is getting it to go down, and I'm not sure what all I can do there. I mean, I'm not good for very much in terms of physical activity. I wear out too quickly, and in order for physical activity to be any kind of good at all, you have to keep it up for like 20 minutes at a shot at least, and I'm not up to that right now. I'm really not. And so, I think what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to force myself to get off of Kerbal Space Program and get busy working on a Minecraft episode. And maybe think about what I'm going to do for the next Orbiter episode. Although, after some feedback I've had, I'm thinking I might slow down on the Orbiter videos a little bit and take a little bit more time to make them and see if maybe I can't do something to improve the interest level that people have in it. Because otherwise, I could reach a point where I should have to stop making them. So we'll see. In the meantime, it's time for Minecraft. Well, here we are. It is now Sunday morning. Still something of a kind of clouded over day. And the weather radar picture shows there's some storms off to the west that, scattered and broken up though they may be, they might possibly head this direction. I don't know. And I'm sitting here with something of a quandary. I've got a Minecraft episode all finished. It's episode 244. And I am stuck at that point that hangs me up more than any other. Coming up with a title for it. And I have not the first clue what to put for it. I've done the editing. I've finished the whole edit. I've watched the thing all the way through. I mean, when you're editing, you kind of do that. And I still haven't got a clue. I guess something will come up, but oh well. Meanwhile, in the news from yesterday, I did manage to tear myself away from Kerbal Space Program enough to get yesterday's trash out. And right now the bin is about roughly half full, and my big project for today is to identify and get rid of as much crap as will fit in that bin. And thereby removing that much crap from my house, making for stuff that much more stuff that I won't be tripping over and finding in my way when I'm trying to find other things. Oh boy. In the meanwhile, I don't know. I've run into another problem lately. Tell me if you've ever had this kind of problem. Absolutely nothing sounds good. Now I'm talking about food. Now normally most food sounds good to me. Almost always. This is one of the reasons that I got to be so heavy in the first place. But this problem's been cropping up more and more lately. Like for example right now. There are probably 2 or 3 things that I could make. That I have stuff to make. And frankly, not one of them sounds even the least bit appetizing. And I had that problem yesterday. I ended up settling with getting out some frozen burritos and milking them in the microwave. And the main reason I did that was because I had to eat something, and those took the least amount of effort. I figured if I couldn't figure out what I wanted, I'll at least take the thing that has the least effort involved. And that's where that's at. Today, I don't know. I might just take and put a couple of potatoes in the microwave and do that. In the meantime, I think I'm rambling aimlessly, so I'm going to shut up, try to figure out a title for the Minecraft episode, and decide whether or not I want to start up Season 2 of TFC Modcraft, and if I do I want to do it on a live stream. Okay, after spending entirely too much time and trouble and effort and skull sweat and so on trying to come up with a title for episode 244 of my Minecraft adventure, I finally decided to go ahead and lame out with the lamest title I could possibly come up with and call it Tracks and Stuff. That's ridiculous, I know. But there you have it. Creativity sometimes will turn around and bite you in the butt by not giving you a title. You may have great content, you may have great stuff after the title, but the title itself, creativity, will thumb its nose at you and say, nuh-uh, you got to think of that one yourself. Well, here we are on Monday morning, and Well, I did actually get the trash can filled and down to the street, and it's been emptied, and I now have to go down and get it later on when I feel inspired enough to actually get off my butt and go do that. It takes an awful lot of inspiration for me to be inspired about garbage, I tell you. Anyway, truth be told though, I'll probably do it when I get out and check the mail. Anyway, had some fun this morning trying to do a live stream with Kerbal Space Program. Now mind you, I haven't bought the program yet. I'm using the version 0.13 free demo version, because I can't buy it until like next month at the earliest, and frankly I'm kind of beginning to doubt that. Too many other things that are going to be more important. Anyway, I'd give it a try, and it lagged out so doggone bad. It really wasn't playable. It was barely controllable. And so I shut that stream down and I started up another one. Decided to go ahead and start season 2 of TFC Minecraft on a live stream. And after about 25 minutes of that, with Minecraft only getting like 8 frames a second, because between XSplit Broadcaster and the fact that that particular Minecraft has like 35 mods in it, takes such a performance hit that while streaming the frame rate drops down through the floor. Normally while recording I can get 40-50 frames a second out of it, even with all those mods. And in fact, without the mods at 1.3 I'm getting closer to 80-90 frames a second. So anyway, that stream has been shut down, and now I'm working on just recording episode 1 of that second season the old-fashioned way, with fraps, and we'll just do it that way. It doesn't bode well for potential streaming at some other point, but we'll see. Who knows? Anyway, my next big thing to solve is just exactly what it is I'm going to eat. Because still, while I do have several things in the house, I don't want any of them. And of course, this is the wrong time of the month for me to get picky, because there is not going to be any going and buying anything else. What I got is it. And I don't want none of it. That's a real pickle to be in. Pickles would be nice. Too bad I don't have any. Anyway, I'll be back. Well, I have come up with something of a solution for the I have no idea what I want because I don't want anything I have situation. And that is, I'm going to take what I have, cut it all up, mix it all together, stir fry it all up, and just make a mishmashed glop out of it. What I've got here, I have diced up several of these red potatoes, some green bell pepper, and the last of my onion. And I also have here a bag of frozen chopped broccoli. I'm going to put this whole mess in a skillet with some extra virgin olive oil and some butter, and I'm going to see about getting some spices into it. And I'm going to see what I can turn that into. So, let's go ahead and get started here. Alrighty, I'm going to start off here. Throw a few pats of butter in there, and I will probably add more later. Okay, and then I'm going to hit it with some extra virgin olive oil. That ought to be good. And now just dump this glop in here. And that doesn't sound like a very nice name for it, but yeah, I've never been very good with names. We're coming up with names and titles for stuff. So I don't worry too much about naming it, I just eat it. And let's jack this up a notch or two here. some minced garlic. Well, let's just finish off the bottle. There we go. One less thing to deal with. Now I'm going to hit this with some white pepper. That's a good start. And of course, I'm also going to hit it with this Italian seasoning blend. I couldn't begin to tell you what all is in this blend. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. I know oregano is one of the big things in it. I used to know what was all in it, but it's been a long time since I've had the label that had that information. Okay, that's getting started. And oh yes, that's right. Got to remember to add the broccoli. And I'm going ahead and putting that whole bag of broccoli in there because, well, frankly, it isn't going to be very good all by itself. So, I'm going to throw a lid on that, turn it to a medium-ish kind of heat, and give it about 10 or 15 minutes to go, and see what that turns into. In the meantime, I do believe the news is on. WFRT News has learned that the people of the planet Kerbin have decided to launch on an effort to reach their moon. Seen here in its construction phase in the vehicle assembly building is the rocket which has been named Impossible Dream. This is the vehicle that will be launching 3 Kerbal astronauts to their moon in just a few moments. Here now is the scene at the launch pad at Kerbal Space Center, where the Impossible Dream is on the pad and ready to lift off. 3 astronauts, volunteers all, have boarded this craft. One, Bill Kerman, Bob Kerman, and Jebediah Kerman. As you can see in this cockpit view, Bill and Bob look rather nervous. Jebediah looks rather excited. And we have liftoff of the Impossible Dream. The vehicle pretty much jumps off the pad and is ascending quickly and straight and true. We now have separation of the solid rocket boosters coming up, and there they go. The vehicle continues to ascend in a very straight pattern, which Mission Control has informed me that it's going just exactly the way they expected it to. Bill and Bob Kerman appear to be extremely nervous and quite frightened. Jebediah, on the other hand, is rather excited. All right, it's been about 15-20 minutes, I think it is. I've been keeping this stirred because I don't want none of it to burn on there. And I'd say it's about as done as it's going to get. And it smells really good. So we'll see how this turns out. In any event, this is the, I guess you could call it the glop of the week. I don't know. It's best I could think of to call it right now. Like I said, I can't come up with an actual name for this, so this is just a glop. We have an update on the Impossible Dream flight. The vehicle has reached the first staging point. This is the point where the first stage has exhausted its fuel and has been jettisoned, and they have ignited the second stage and proceeded to the next step in their flight plan and achieve an orbit around Kerbin before they thrust forward to the moon later on. The only thing that I would add to it, if I could, would be meat. Some sausage, hamburger, hot dogs cut up, or smoked sausage would be really good. You know, or Polish sausage or something like that would be great in this. This is the scene live via satellite as the Impossible Dream has taken an unexpected action. For some reason, the pilots of the Impossible Dream have activated the main engine far ahead of schedule and at full power. If they continue on this course, not only will they reach lunar orbit, they will go completely past it. More updates as they become available. But that is not to be had for a while yet. Anyway, I'm going to serve up some of this and see if it tastes as good as it smells. We've just heard from Mission Control, who has recently heard from the crew of the Impossible Dream. Apparently, Jebediah Kerman has decided that he is unsatisfied with going to the moon. Bill and Bob Kerman are completely beside themselves because they know that Jebediah's actions have doomed them to a course that will never return to Kerbin. Final update on the Impossible Dream mission. Mission Control recently received one last transmission from the ship. It was a message from Bill and Bob Kerman, and they have said that while we may die out here in space, Jebediah is going to die first.